pretty good. That's awesome. Go dad.
How stable is it gonna be? Well, it's green for...
That's
green longer than it has been.
Yeah, she's good in. So.
Okay.
I like to think it's...
Look, I get to blame your internet.
It's true.
Amazing. I haven't had internet issues, and my internet just sometimes blinks for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But then it doesn't actually interrupt anything, so it's
Right.
like, yeah, okay.
It's like I said, yeah. It's just kind of how it goes sometimes. It's the internet. She's a fickle mistress. Kind of a
But
bitch.
most people need the internet for...
That doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
But the bitch needs to be.
If we want it to be, trust me. If it was always good, I wouldn't have a job.
That's not entirely true.
Not entirely true, no. But because people have
service is service.
People have to have stuff installed, but the internet problems are very real. It's very annoying.
Okay. Okay, still green. Okay. Oh, well now this is unlisted. Whoops.
Well, that's why I couldn't find it.
There we go. Now it should be. Now it should be the good.
There it is.
There you go.
I'm not gonna play it. Chito. Closer. Fuck. It's fine. We're fine. We out here.
Discord, boot up so I can post it. There we go. There. Christ.
For real this time.
Welcome back to Persona 2. No, not this week.
Yeah, Persona 2.
No one wants to see me play Persona 2.
I do.
It's fine.
I want to be here.
Haro Dragos.
Yeah, I know, Ian. I'm sorry. My internet went a little wonky. We reset the modem. I think we're okay. Hello, everybody. Howdy, Desu.
Okay, we will do this. Wait, what?
Are you gonna make it bigger?
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I can't change the text size, which is
Kind
odd.
of dumb. But they should.
Or at least I think I can't.
Can you zoom in like you can, like if you hold like...
But then it would just cut things off.
What? Let's see.
Oh, well, it increases everything, which, like, is dumb.
Yeah, you might just have to fix it. You can just reset it afterward.
Oh, fine.
I mean, it's
Fine,
easier to read now.
There we go. Whatever. Hello, Robert. Okay, we will... So this... Day 3.
So...
Day 3.
Yeah.
Oh, give me the remote.
Oh, okay.
I wanna...
I'm gonna finish eating my ice real quick.
You're just eating just your ice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi.
I want to be able to hear the music somewhat. I like the soundtrack to this game.
It's quite good.
I want to hear it just a little bit. How much of Password are you planning to stream with Durian? Probably just Tyson's Route A, you know?
Yeah, because he hasn't done it.
Well, I have.
Well...
The Tyson Route's the main one I play on the channel. But I promised to stream.
Oh, a live grip rippy boy.
Right? I promised I would stream Tyson's Route for Ian.
It's true. It's true.
And you were never going to play Password or watch my playthrough.
I I've watched at least 5 episodes of every route.
That's so much of Password, guys, right? That's so much. 5 whole parts
I
of
said
Password.
at least. I can't tell you how many I've watched of all of them. But at least 5 episodes of every
Wow,
route.
out of 141.
Look,
My longest playthrough of
I
Password.
don't watch that much YouTube in general, period. Period.
Okay. Why'd I put that over there? This is a drink.
You're
I'm gonna drink it.
You gotta keep it in your hand to then slurp it. It's fine.
It's all good. But this was the start of day 3. Like, yeah, we're going to breakfast at day 3,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So we toured. Day 2 was we toured
We went over the whole house.
Yeah, and then we're touring with Tyson now, right?
Yeah, we picked who to sit by this breakfast morning.
Okay. Well, we all arrived. When we all arrived. Oh, okay. This scene. I remember this now. I remember this morning.
Do you?
Yes. Really, anyone could have heard the yelling as they approached, but entering made it all the worse. It seemed as though everyone hated it, as everyone else filed in close behind. Oh, everyone heard it, not hated. Heard it. They probably hate it.
Yeah, probably that. Who you calling a dog, pig?
That's... Roswell and Tyson are on opposite sides of the table, Tyson snarling and hunched over one of the chairs, looking like he'd jump over it. Oh, what's going on?
That porker just called me a dog.
I didn't, I swear. Roswell made a break for it, hiding behind Sal. Tyson was right behind him, stopping shy of Sal and snarling up at the massive crocodile in his way.
What happened?
Sal looked at Roswell, opting to address him rather than the wolf in front of him, and making Tyson back off in a huff.
No one's hurt, right? You didn't, you know.
Punch him! Ty looked like he was about to explode, eyes bulging and the corners of his mouth turned downward. By comparison, Roswell was meekly clinging to the back of Sal's shirt, using him as a physical barrier. I needed answers, and I didn't like the idea of the two of them fighting. Maybe it was just a simple misunderstanding. I looked between Roswell and Tyson, clearing my throat. Tyson, what happened? Asking Ty must have calmed him down a little, as rather than seem full-blown rabid, he was now only mildly frustrated.
Well...
He shot Roswell a dirty look before looking back at me, hands still balled up into fists.
Called me a dog. To my face. Lupus. I'm a wolf, damn it. I don't go play fetch.
No sooner than Tyson had spoke up, Roswell stepped out from behind Sal, stomping his feet. I told you! It's Canis Lupus. You're still a canine.
See? He's doing it again. Tyson.
What?
Nothing.
What?
It's fine. Okay.
Tyson's in the right.
I mean, I don't really know if there's a wrong to be in. I think he's just getting butthurt for no reason. But that sounds like Tyson.
What? You're not gonna say that my beautiful stepbrother over here is wrong.
my beautiful, gorgeous, sexy stepbrother. I'm not sorry.
Ty pointed at Roswell, shooting him a desperate look. I wonder if this is what it looks like to have children. I wasn't like this as a kid, was I?
This is what you're fighting about? Really?
Yeah, guys, there's plenty of other reasons you could be fighting and you choose that? Really?
Tyson's just making trouble again, it seems.
Ty did a double take, looking between Sal, Haas, and then finally me. Finally to me. I wasn't sure what he wanted to do, and maybe I realized a little too late that he wanted some backup before he bailed, disappearing down the hall. I seemed to be the only one watching where Ty went, everyone else checking in on Roswell for some reason. He was the smallest of the group and the youngest, so maybe there was some obligation that these fools are willing to to make sure he was okay.
I don't know if that's what the words all said, Joe.
But yeah, that's what they were.
I must have misread. I'm sorry.
You really did.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe it was just they dislike Tyson. That can't be right. That much they didn't care how he was feeling. There was every chance Ty would be fine given his space, but I stole another look at the rest of the group before shaking my head. Even if everyone else thought he was overreacting, he was still upset. And he was my friend. The others could take care of Roswell. Excuse me, so he was in good hands. Tyson, however, the only reason I knew where he was because I spotted his tail disappearing down the stairs towards the basement. Ty? It was dark, but I noticed him with his arms tight across his chest, leaning back on one of the walls. He wasn't looking at me, but with how his ears twitched, I could tell he knew I was there. You alright?
Do I sound alright to you?
He spat the words out, making me flinch. I took a step back, and he seemed to realize what he did a moment later.
Look, I'm sorry. It's not your fault, and it means a lot that you followed me, though.
But Ty, was that really the way to react? You know.
Really?
Really? How did they come up, anyway? How did that even come up?
We were talking about you, actually.
About me?
Yeah, doesn't matter about what. You just made a comment about my tail when you were mentioned.
Your tail?
Yes, my tail. I can't stop wagging it sometimes. Anyway, it took a dig at me and called me a happy puppy. Then started claiming that Canis or whatever thing.
I don't want to take sides, but...
And then you make an excuse for your actual friend. Figures.
No, just, I want you to get along with everyone. I know it's hard, but... Tyson sighed, rolling his eyes before looking me over. He said nothing at first, but when he did, his tone was level and calm.
Okay, fine. I'll do it for you. But I'm not gonna stand for any of that dog nonsense, you hear me?
I'll tell Roswell to be more careful in how he jokes around. Promise. So come for lunch, please.
Nah, not hungry anymore. Gonna go work out for a bit, then maybe have a nap.
Okay, is that
I'm full?
I don't know.
I'm full.
It's just fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
He ruffled the fur atop my head, shooting me a smile.
I'll be fine, pup. I'll see you at dinner.
I watched as he headed into the gym and out of sight. A part of me wondered if I should keep him company or head upstairs. Okay.
Holy shit. My neck's been I've been sleeping a little funny. My neck's a little sore like a motherfucker, so
Yeah.
that pop was violent and it sent a shiver down me back and it was wonderful.
It's fine.
Howdy,
it's fine.
Selkie. Welcome.
But he said he was fine, and he was usually right. It wasn't the first time he'd gotten upset, and we'd had this talk, and it probably wasn't going to be the last time. Comfortable that Ty would be okay eventually. I headed upstairs for lunch. With the argument behind us for the time being, we got settled at one end of the table with Orlando ducked into the kitchen to prepare lunch. Orlando brought out a big tray with what seemed to be any sort of sandwiches you can imagine. Oh, terrible.
John, sandwiches are great.
Perverting bread in such a way. How dare he?
The bread is merely a vessel to provide the protein.
You can just eat the protein.
But what if you want to have it with other flavor, like bread?
Well, yeah, you eat your bread and
like
then you
put
eat
it,
your meat.
put it. You take a nice thing of ciabatta and you slice that bitch in half.
No.
Put stuff in the
No.
middle of it.
No.
We love a good crunchy ciabatta.
No.
Delicious.
No, bread is pure on its own. It's the way it was meant to be.
What about like spreads, like butter or jam?
I don't like those either.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't like goat cheese?
Just bread.
Peanut butter?
Just give me the loaf of bread. Like, is bread just not good enough for you, Darian?
Depends. Like if it's a baguette, absolutely. I'll eat a baguette, but I'm not gonna eat like a slice of sourdough by itself.
Why not?
Because it doesn't taste that good by itself.
Sourdough bread tastes amazing by
It
itself.
tastes fine by itself.
Oh my god.
It is simply enhanced when you put things on it or in between two slices of it. See, Dragos is right. Bread does improve other things. You're taking...
No, you see, bread improves other things, but other things do not improve bread. Bread is great on its own.
you take the bread and you put stuff in between
you
it
take
to
the
make...
moon, and you take the sun. You take
everything
everything that seems like fun. Okay.
Yes.
They were only
Absolutely.
small pieces, almost like finger food. You made all of these, Orlando.
Made some hors d'oeuvres.
Looks good. I feel bad that you went through all of the trouble, given we have a butler. Josh, you're alone on the bread opinion. Shut up. Shut up. I really don't mind. Friends just make each other sandwiches, right?
I thought it was the wife's job.
Almost immediately, Sal whacked Dean across the back of his head, shooting him a fierce look before going back to lettuce. Wait. Picking the lettuce out of his sandwich. Okay. How's everyone been going so far? Anyway. We went around the table, sharing what we'd found, but most of it was pretty tame. Just minor discoveries each of us had made about the place. No, not good. No, don't smack the bear. He's a good boy.
He's fine.
He's a good boy.
He's a pretty good boy.
Well, I did end up speaking to Benson about that activity. I think you'll like it. And with how all over the place we've been, and just as well. All right. What have you got in mind? Ready? A scavenger hunt.
Shut the fuck up, Roswell. It's a terrible idea.
I love the immediate disappointment.
Yeah, for real.
in Dean.
There's like 1.5 billion things I would rather do in a whole ass mansion that we have to ourselves than a motherfucking scavenger hunt, Roswell.
Okay. But what if this is a plot relevant scavenger hunt?
I mean, you know, in the context of the story that is being told to us, sure. But if I was a character on vacation with my friends, unbeknownst of any overarching plot that was going to happen in my life, I'd be like, hey, Roswell, fuck you. That's a terrible idea.
I'm going to the game room.
I'm going to be a gamer. I'm going to go game.
I'm going to go gaming.
I'm going to be gaming. Or I'll fucking swim. Or hike. Or something.
Josh, is it fine I name my FF14 Chocobo after you? Yeah!
Do it. Oh, what color is it going to be?
I would be honored.
Are you going to make it is it just going to be a regular yellow Chocobo?
It's going to be a white Chocobo.
A white Chocobo.
White.
Is it going to be, are you playing Lalafell? It has to be Lalafell size because Josh is small.
What? No!
Lalafell size Chocobos are so cute.
I'm not small. I'm average height.
Joshua.
I'm average height.
You and I both know that is untrue.
I'm average height.
You are as... I keep meaning to get you and Nils to stand next to each other because I think Nils is like 5'3" and you're like barely taller than him.
No.
Oh, Cataboyo.
Cataboyo, yellow,
So, yeah.
that's fine.
Pretty good.
A scavenger hunt? Yeah, it's a great idea.
No, it's not. But why a scavenger hunt?
More importantly, what are we finding? See, he doesn't care either.
Yeah.
Awesome John does not care.
Go name everything that's blue. Count all the doors and windows.
Oh my god. Well, that's where Benson came in and helped. Turns out there were a set of medals that once belonged to people that lived here. Apparently they got hidden around the place by one of the kids as a prank. Wait, so we're just looking around for stuff that no one else could find? Well, yes, but Benson also told me to pass on that there's a reward.
Well, alright. I think I could find a medal or two.
Forget about that. I want to know about the reward first.
Haas. Priorities correct.
Right? Wouldn't that be better as a surprise? You can't expect us to go wandering around to only get an expired coupon as a prize. Or, like, just a second DVD in a B-grade anime.
Oh man, it's volume 2 of Ghost Hound. What the fuck?
Hey, Ghost Hound is cool. It's just no one can get past, like, one episode because the show's way too confusing. That show's so obtuse for, like, no reason.
That's what I mean. Imagine only getting volume 2 of Ghost Hound and never watching any of it.
You're already lost from moment 1. You can watch every episode of Ghost Hound and you'll still be lost by the end, and you'll be like, Chiaki J. Konaka, what the fuck were you doing? And he would just be sitting there going, ah, yes, it's working. Present time. Present day.
I've done it.
The reward is access to the vault downstairs. That's a fun reward.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, right away.
Immediately.
Right? There was silence and a few confused expressions thrown about the table. Anything of worth we find inside is ours to keep in exchange for the medals. Apparently, they have immense sentimental value to Benson. Sentimental value, sure, but to give us something inside the vault, is it good? Is 5'6" average?
I think like 5'7" to 5'8" is average.
I think I'm
5'7" to 5'9" is average.
I think I'm like 5'6" or 5'7". So
reasonable.
Because the last time I got measured was when I got my driver's license, and I was 5'5".
And that was
a decade ago.
Yeah, like a literal decade ago. I don't think you've grown since then, though.
No, well, I've stood next to people that said that they're 5'5" and I'm taller than them.
Okay.
Not by a lot.
Reasonable.
But, you know. We looked at one another before considering what could be inside the vault. Money? Treasure? My mind wandered to what I hope was beyond that door. Money would be nice, but there was always that saying about it not buying happiness. Treasure would be neat, but wouldn't that just be a different kind of money?
Is this Goldie Rogers Mansion? Is this the One Piece? Grizz, did you put the One Piece in this game?
Yes.
Did you collab with Oda in the true ending to One Piece? Is this they're on?
Oh god, I still need to make the clips for Kemiya.
Oh yeah,
because there's the One Piece clip that I really like.
That was really good. That was very funny.
Goldie Roger obtained all these.
Just launches right. It was really good.
Look, I like the I haven't kept up like fully with One Piece, but hearing that there could be a 2-piece.
Oh my god. Oh my Christ. Absurd.
And it's just Remy in the corner. Oh no. My mind wandered to what I hoped was beyond the door. Oh yes. Oh, hold on a minute.
What's wrong, Orlando?
What if he just wants us to find these medals, so that's some sort of ghost ritual thing? Should we help him?
Yes, absolutely.
Really? I don't think the medals were for that.
How would you know?
Oh yeah. Then what are they? Wait.
Hmm.
Then what were they medals of? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just mixing up the sentence.
Yeah. I was looking
that's a me problem, not a game problem. It's fine. The Zodiac, actually. So we're playing Final Fantasy IX.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get the Zodiac things for the one lady.
No thanks.
You didn't like that scavenger hunt?
Not really.
I didn't either. See? That's totally in the realm of ritual possibility. Think of all the games you play when you have to collect things and then it turns out that the player was a fool for assembling everything for the villain. Sal reached over to Orlando's face and held his mouth shut.
Good.
He seemed to be gentle, but he sighed and looked back to Roswell.
What do they look like?
Well, about that, Benson just said that they had color ribbons and that they were made of metal. They'd have the signs of the Zodiac engraved on them too. What if I don't know what that looks like?
What, the Zodiac signs?
One
of them looks like 69. I think that one's Pisces.
That one's the fish.
Yeah, Pisces.
Yeah.
The Taurus is the bull. It's got the little circle with the little horns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Gemini looks like.
I don't know.
Or Sagittarius.
Oh, good night, Maestro.
Good night.
That's something, that's something to go off of, but what color ribbon? What type of metal? Roswell shrugs, shaking his head. He's so useful. He's so useful.
He said,
that's all the information Benson was willing to give me. This has creepy ritual written all over it.
Then maybe you should leave. Maybe, but what if it isn't? I've been to your house. You have some strange collections.
Maybe. Let's not get into what sort of things I hoard, Sal. He definitely shops at baddragon.com.
Oh my god. He's a mold model for them. You can buy the Orlando model.
Oh, he has it in all the colors.
Yep. It's like, man, I'm pretty good.
Okay, let's find those medals. Well, that was a quick turnaround. I'll take it, though. Did you say horoscopes? If we're taking star signs, that makes 12 in total, right? Cancer, Aquarius. Leo, obviously.
Obviously. Shut the fuck up, Haas.
No, Haas is a good boy. Haas is a good boy.
Leo, obviously. Yes, obviously.
The best star sign.
The best one. The sexiest star sign, if you will.
Aries, Pisces, Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, and Gemini. You just know all of those off the top of your head? Yes, I've watched Beyblade, Metal Fusion. I'm also a fan of Battle Spirits, Brave.
No, he would be, though. He fucking would be.
I imported the Battle Spirits cards so I can play Sigworm. I love Dan as a protagonist. Truly the finest of all card game protagonists. Well, it helped that I checked mine on the bus. Normally do, and I picked up a magazine for the drive here. I suppose that makes sense, but still, is that a normal thing to do?
Leo, Virgo, Capricorn. Stupid. I know Sal likes checking his. I check mine from time to time, but I don't put a lot of stock in it. They're a bit too vague.
I look across to Sal, who seemed to be nodding slightly in Dean's direction. Very true. I can't say that they have a lot of stock in them, but they're fun to at least look at. And how about this? Let's tackle this scavenger hunt in pairs and decide tomorrow what these teams will be, right? Why not now? Well, I was hoping we'd all be present. After all, might need all the help we can get in our search, even if that means keeping Tyson in the loop. Even after earlier, sure, that's a wise idea. We get nothing if we only find 11 out of the set, as much as I don't like Tyson, we're kind of stuck.
Yeesh. When you put it that way, I guess that makes sense. Are we picking teams out of a hat, or...?
Bigger problem. If we do this in pairs, we're going to have uneven teams. Wait, really? I counted those at the table, plus Tyson, realizing what he meant.
I'm a Tauros Maestro. I think you are too.
No?
No. I didn't know if your birthday was close enough.
We are not like a month apart in terms of like birth month.
I forget. I don't know. I don't know what yours is.
Mine's on like a cool day of the year.
Well, I know what day. I know the month, but I just don't know what the sign is for it.
Oh,
That's what
I'm
I
two.
mean.
I'm on the cusp, so I count as 2.
Oh, you're so fucking special.
Right. So I'm Cancer and Gemini.
Oh,
I'm double the Cancer. The universe was like, yes, we got there.
The Cancer twins. Let's go. Oh my god.
It's fine. That's what about a group of 3?
Could work. A team of 3 might be more of a bother than actual help, though. At least that way no one gets left out.
Assuming everyone wanted to take part. But even then, a team that finds the most medals wins, right? I thought the whole point was to find all of them and that we got nothing without a complete set. Ah, right. You've got me there. Then, a party for the winner for contributing the party for the winner for contributing most of us getting the full set. Failing that, we can get ice cream as a consolation prize. I'm fine with that, and not going to turn down free food either.
I'm with you on that one.
We finished off lunch and split up to do our own thing. As for me, I figured I'd get a nap in.
Nice. This man taking naps. That's so good.
I don't understand how this lad does this.
Naps are good.
Dave takes naps like every other day and then just sleeps as soon as his head hits the pillow. Like at nighttime. And I'm like, Dave, what superpower do you have?
It's an acquired skill. It takes years of practice. It's really good. Because I could take a nap during the day and then just go to bed that night. It's pretty great. I could drink coffee and then go to bed as well.
Oh my god, you always
pretty good.
Dave sleeps not 80% of the game. This is facts though.
Sleeping's just so nice.
Oh my god. I collapsed on my bed, trying to get comfortable, but my mind wandered. I was curious about the door downstairs, what was behind it, and if it was worth finding a bunch of medals for. Sitting up, I pulled out my journal and wrote down what had happened so far. Despite only having been here a couple of days, I had a lot on my mind. But despite me writing down everything that was immediately on my mind, the temptation to go downstairs was still there.
Ooh.
We're invisible.
Oh.
Taking another look at my journal, I put it back in my bag before leaving my room. I wandered downstairs, looking to see if anyone was around, but it seemed like everyone was still out doing their own thing. I could hear someone down here, likely Tyson in the gym, but I was intent on heading to the door that had gotten me so curious. Alright, let's see.
That's such a scary looking door.
It's not.
It really is, though. Ravaza. Oh, password accepted.
The message flashed on the screen for a moment before disappearing, almost like it had shorted out, yes.
So, at what point would you have picked that up to put in here?
It's only available on this day.
Okay.
Passwords can only be used on specific days.
Right, but is there something in the game that we saw that would have made, like, if you didn't know what you were doing, what reason would you have had to put that into there?
I was told that password.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything in the game that tells you that you can do
that
that for this day. Because this password specifically just gives you more affinity points towards whoever you choose on your route the next day.
Okay.
So this has no, like, really story consequences or anything.
Okay. I
So
was just
it's
wondering.
just, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
A moment following that, it feels like it was waiting for further input. Did something happen? As I stood there, contemplating what had happened, I felt closer to my friends. All of them.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, so you just get increased points for everyone.
Okay.
As different as all of us were, we seemed to get along to varying degrees. And none of us were perfect, but I wouldn't trade any of them for the world.
Sweet.
With no other ideas, I head back to my room. Once I settled into my room, I must have fallen asleep at some point. The bed was comfier than I gave it credit for. The only reason I woke up was because I heard a knock at my door. I looked at my phone to check the time. It was too early for dinner, but maybe something had happened. Come in? No.
Damn. Wow. The disappointment. Oh.
It could have been Tyson. It could have been Haas. It could have been Dean. Could have been Benson.
Could have been Benson.
Could have been Benson.
Could have been Benson.
I would have even taken Sal.
Reasonable.
And there's no other characters in the game, so Roswell opened the door and wandered inside, a hand rummaging around in a bag of jelly beans before shoving a handful into his mouth. Are you a...
Ew. No, I hate jelly beans.
Oh, okay.
I hate the fuck out of all jelly beans.
Okay. Fine.
They're bad. They are bad and disgusting. There's no good flavor.
Well, are you one of those types of people that when you eat candy of that size, do you take a handful?
No, I eat one at
I do one at a time.
I eat one at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, eating grapes unless I'm shoving as many into my mouth as I can, which is something I like to do. I can put a lot of grapes in my mouth.
Okay. Roswell, yeah, okay, yeah. Hi, Dave. What are you up to?
Why do I have to go to the timeout corner again? just because of my correct jelly bean takes?
Should I buy you a bunch of jelly beans?
No, they will sit here forever until you eat them. Although,
I could get you a case of jelly beans and a case of saltwater taffy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, you'd love it.
I think Nils likes jelly beans.
Ooh, there we go.
I don't know. You can reach them.
It's too far.
I'm behind the stand. I'm not going to reach for the Sour Patch Kids.
Now I want the Sour Patch Kids.
Just grab the bag.
It's a blue child.
This is sour blue children.
Yeah. Decapitation. Okay.
I just don't like sour candy that much.
Why not?
I'm not a sour flavors kind of guy.
I kind of like it.
I'm not a huge fan.
Was asleep. Okay, not was sleep.
Was
sleep. Not that I meant to. And what, snack time? Oh, nothing. Just checking in. And want some jelly beans?
I want to go back to sleep, Roswell. What the hell?
I shook my head, rolling over, so I was sitting on the side of the bed, with Roswell coming closer to join me. He put the jelly beans away, bumping me gently on the arm. So, any idea who you want to partner up with for this scavenger hunt? Not you.
Oh my god.
I'm honestly happy with whoever as a partner. Oh my god. I just think it'll give us a good chance to learn more about each other. I think I'm kind of in the same boat. We're all friends, but I guess it's just different when you're living with someone, right?
Sorry, it was...
This child was trying to choke me out from the inside out.
You're just like, oh god, and then just kept reading. Because you're fucking choking.
Darian, this happens a lot on this channel.
That's really fun.
The amount of times I just like shove a cracker in my mouth, try to start reading and start gagging. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, that's
I'm putting one of those clips in the highlights reel.
Okay.
Just one. Didn't want to put like all of them because there's like 15.
It would be the whole highlight reel.
Right. Well, I guess there's a close analog for that. Sure. Plus, who knows? Maybe doing so will let some romance blossom.
Oh.
Wouldn't you like that to happen?
Yeah, I mean, was that your plan all along, Roswell? Did you invite all of these hunky boys here so you could get laid?
No, he just wants Dave.
Oh, he only wants Dave.
He only wants Dave.
He's the childhood friend.
He is the childhood friend. Like, actually, they grew up together.
Right, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so both Roswell and Orlando are the childhood friend characters. He meets Orlando later in life, but he kind of fills that same role. So those, that's why they're at the bottom, right?
Uh-huh.
It's because they're automatically labeled losers.
Oh
Because
my-
they're the childhood friends.
Yeah, the childhood friend never wins.
Yeah, they can't win. It's the law.
It's the law. It's the anime law.
Yeah. I chuckle, shaking my head at him. I thought it was bad enough that Orlando was playing wingman, but who knows what Roswell and Orlando have been discussing at this point. That was why you wanted us to pair up? Not really, but it could happen. A lot could happen in a month. We could all die, after all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true. What about you? What are you who are you hoping to partner up with? I mean, it becomes less of a game if you don't rightly get along with who you're partnered up with. Beyond that, I don't think I mind. I frowned, immediately feeling as though he was taking a jab at Tyson, but there really wasn't anyone that could partner up with Tyson if anyone felt the same as Roswell, except for me, that is. And I get the feeling that, say, Dean and Haas may not get along as much as they seem fairly laid back. Or even like a Sal and Haas, given one likes water and the other, well... Not that... now it just sounds like you're being racist, but maybe you're right.
He is.
Well, Haas cares a lot about his fur maintenance.
Is that racist?
Well, he's also a cat, right?
Yeah, I
He's a
suppose so.
lion.
Is it racism or is it just stereotyping?
I think it's stereotyping.
Yeah.
I think that's what that falls under.
Mm-hmm.
But he also does not like the water, though.
Yeah.
The chlorine, it's hard to do it.
I mean, it's not bad for hair. It just kind of is what it is.
Right. I really didn't mean it to come across that way. Really. I just know Haas doesn't like the pool because of the chlorine. I guess that makes sense. I'm sure it'll work out, right? We're all reasonable people deep down, I'm sure.
Yeah. Sus.
That...
I press X to doubt.
Yeah, I'm like, Roswell, that's kind of sus coming from you.
Doubtington.
My mind wanders over to my interaction with Benson for some reason. And maybe Roswell would... What? Oh, okay.
I think that was a cat sneeze.
I mean, that was adorable, though. Wait, are there two cats over there?
No, I think it's just Ash. I think he's just sitting on the chair.
Maybe Roswell would know more about him to make him seem less creepy. Oh yeah, I was meaning to ask you about Benson. Does he, seem odd to you? How odd? I mean, his legs are so... He's kind of creepy when you're in the same room as him. Or maybe it was just tiredness getting to me.
His character model looks so much different from the rest of everyone else. I don't really know, what that's all about.
Probably tiredness. I hadn't noticed anything odd. If I do, I'll, let you know, though. I nodded slowly, trying to convince myself that it was all in my head. And normally when I do, though, I kind of wish I could save the game when I wake up, just in case something happens, like in a video game. It's a little childish, I know. I put it down to hanging around with Orlando a little too much. But hey, the reassurance would be nice if I could get to do the day over if I screw up. Yeah. Okay,
Oh. Oh, were you trying to rotate a save, Josh?
Yeah, let's rotate a save.
Oh, with that one then. Oh, okay.
I don't need these saves anymore.
Okay. Oh, there's a lot of saves.
Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, so you have a page like this,
Okay.
but there's 9 of them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. What are all the little squares for? I feel like I asked you this. I think.
They represent the characters.
Okay.
So if a character dies and you save, there'll be an X over the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's neat.
We won't be seeing that.
No?
I hope not.
Hmm.
It's
all about your decisions.
What, you had 2 words and you flipped them? I do that often, Ian.
Yeah.
My mind goes too fast. I'm zooming.
He's always... He's 5
I'm
words
dabbing across these words.
He's 7 words ahead even when there's only 2 words. You have to understand. It's a blessing and a curse.
Right? We both laugh it off, me shaking my head as how Roswell continued to giggle at his joke long after I stopped. Well, I should continue on checking on the others until dinner. Probably should tell Tyson about the scavenger hunt too, or ask Sal if he could do it. Nah, don't worry, I'll fill him in at dinner. It'll be easier that way. Alright, I'll leave you to it then. See you at dinner. With a spring in his step, Roswell left, closing the door behind him. Saving the game, huh? The rest of the afternoon was eventful, and I spent most of it contemplating what Roswell had said. How often does he have bad enough feelings to want to have a do-over?
Do-over.
Yeah. When the dinner bell rang, we were all made our way to the dining room. Ah!
A scavenger hunt, huh?
So cute, the boy.
He's a fella, isn't he? He's just a little dude, little fella, little guy.
Right? Given what had happened at lunch, Tyson was sitting by himself at one end of the table, while everyone huddled around the other end. It was almost like seating arrangements at a high school cafeteria.
Tell you what, I'll think on it. Not normally my thing, but I can sleep on it, yeah?
Yeah, teams are being decided tomorrow.
All right. We'll see how it goes in the morning. Thanks for filling me in.
I watched as Tyson scuffled the rest of his scarf. Not scuffled.
Scoffed.
Scoffed. Scoffed. Scoffed. Scoffed it.
Scoffed is an interesting word to use.
Scoffed.
Scoffed.
The rest of his meal before leaving without another word. It seemed as though things were still stinging from earlier, or at least that was my guess. The rest of the meal was uneventful. The rest of us just idly chatted before heading off to bed. Whatever the reason, all of us found ourselves groggy and wanting sleep. Man, I'm beat.
You didn't do anything all day, Dave. What do you mean?
Is this how Dave lives his life?
Really?
He gets up, he eats breakfast, and goes, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nappy. And then naps, wakes up, goes, dinner time? Yeah!
Man, Megan and I went like on a little vacation the other week.
Yeah.
Or like, this was like a few months ago.
Yeah.
And it was basically that, like the second day. Woke up at like 10, cooked breakfast, got back into bed, took a nap for like 2 hours, got back up, like chilled, and then made dinner and went to bed. It was awesome. Dude, days like that are great.
You would have a lifestyle like that if left unimpeded.
When you don't have to do anything, I would recommend not doing anything.
Man, I can't do that.
I know. I used to be that way. I used to have a really hard time with it, and I can't do it frequently.
Mm-hmm.
But when I can just let go and be content to not do anything for a day, it's really nice.
Walking around for 20 minutes is a productive day for Dave. It really is.
Mm.
Look, we all know how Dave is. He's a thinking lad. He expends all his energy thinking.
It's true. All this internal dialogue would make someone really tired.
Right? That's why I live my life head empty. Just go.
Yeah. It's true.
The little hamster in the wheel in my brain, he's running while dabbing. Like,
oh, what does your hamster look like in your brain?
I don't know.
Is it like orange?
Like, it looks like
Is it like a Hamtaro like?
Oh, like a rat with brown fur, a little scar across his chest. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I checked my phone, and it was still relatively early. I considered messaging one of the guys, or even just wandering on over to their room to see what they wanted to do anything, if they wanted to do anything. But given how tired everyone seemed, I decided against it for now. I showered and jumped into bed, sleep finding me fairly quick.
Nice.
As I lay in bed, though, I wondered about what tomorrow would bring. Did we have a chance of finding these metals? Would we just get bored of it eventually? Not that there was any shortage of things to do around here if we stopped looking.
Oh my god, we did day 3.
Oh, okay,
Let's
so we finished
go.
today, everyone. So we'll be ending the stream here. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you around.
That's so mean.
Wait, what do you mean? What?
Oh my god. The whole stream just empties out. Look at what you did. Let's see who lives.
Well, yeah, let's see if we filtered anyone.
Let's see if we get the real ones. Let's see who the real ones are.
Oh, I tossed and turned through the night. Something just didn't sit right. Just something about the scavenger hunt had me at odds. Just something wrong about it. My throat felt dry and my head was spinning. Tiredness lingering from last night as if I hadn't slept at all. I rolled over and checked the time. It was early, and for a vacation I wasn't getting much in the way of a decent sleep. I swung my legs over the side of the bed, groaning and clutching my stomach as a feeling of uneasiness hit me somewhere deep. It wasn't a pain so much as a fear that something was going to go wrong, terribly wrong. That's fine. In a daze, I got dressed and readied myself, falling on the floor flat. A part of it was laying on the bed, splayed out in an attempt to settle my nerves. The other part was thinking back to the reassurance that Roswell gave me the night before. Thinking things were quiet, and by the time I got up, either the others were still in bed, or they were all off doing something else.
I was told to play this clip because your voice crack was very good, apparently.
What?
I don't know.
What? Oh. So I have a permanent voice crack. Shut up!
It's just the one, it's fine. One and done, if you will.
It's not a one and done, that's just my life. My voice cracks all the time.
It happens to all of us.
I don't know, it's just kinda, it is what it is. That's just how things, that's my lot in life.
Reasonable.
As I was wandering around, I heard people in the dining room, and so I went to investigate to see who exactly was up. Oh. Orlando and Roswell was sitting at the table, both looking up as I entered the room. Roswell had his notebook with him again, but before I could notice much else, they were greeting me. Good morning, Dave. Did you sleep well? Taking a seat next to Roswell, I rubbed my face, groaning as my eyes still adjusted to light. Mornings shouldn't be allowed to exist. Sleep through it. Remove mornings from your life altogether.
Yeah, get straight to the afternoon, bro.
Right?
Fuck it.
Someone needs coffee, and let me get you some. So!
Man, if I was on vacation for a month, my sleep schedule would be kind of fucked. I hate waking up past like 9:30, but like I would definitely.
That's why I'm going to bed.
I know, right? I hate sleeping past 9:30, but if left to my own devices for an extended period of time, I'll sleep till like 10, and then I'll hate my life.
What am I like? I don't know. What would I do during the day if I woke up that early? I have no idea. It's too early to work.
Why?
The sun's out.
The sun just wants to see what you do for a living.
Yeah, you know what? The sun can fuck off, that nosy little bitch.
Oh my god. Yes, 10 a.m. Selkie. I hate sleeping past 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Never heard of her. What? What bothers you, Dave? When something's wrong, usually, you kinda wrinkle your nose up a bit. I groaned again, resting my chin on the table, and slumped forward. I haven't been sleeping well, I guess. This whole place is giving me some weird vibes still. He's not vibing. No. Orlando put his hand on my shoulder, giving me a careful look. Well, for what it's worth, you're not alone there. Felt something off about this place ever since we arrived. Can't put my finger on it, though. So far, just being, chalking things up to my imagination. I put it down to Roswell making jokes about ghosts, but still... Orlando, shuddered, trying to shake off a bad vibe, but it was one of those violent shakes that went through him, straight into me from the point of contact he had on my shoulder. Well... If it helps, I could give you a heads up if I notice anything really off, and we can go half on a taxi out of here. Give me enough of a heads up and I'll cover any cost, as thanks for letting me know. Alright, Biohazard. See you around.
Biohazard.
Roswell wandered back into inn with a cup of coffee, placing it carefully in front of me. He seemed just as uneasy as Orlando was as he sat back down. What? Did I miss? Nothing important. Don't worry. We're gonna abandon you if things go south real quick.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna set the house on fire and then drive away.
Yeah!
It's gonna be great. Very thematic.
Right. While Orlando answered Roswell, I started drinking from the mug provided, slightly sweeter than what I'd normally take. But the hot beverage was just what I needed to start the day. There's the Dave we know and love. Feeling better now? I nodded quickly, and I could feel the dopey grin on my face while the taste lingered on my tongue. You look just as shaken, Orlando. Did you want me to make you a cup too? Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you. I don't drink coffee, remember? Not since what happened last time.
Not since the war.
Wait, really? How come? Orlando removed his hand from my shoulder and started to fidget, unsure of how best to respond. There was, some bad experiences.
Did he have a bad trip on coffee?
Probably. What? Okay.
What do you expect?
You opened the door quickly and it scared me a little bit.
He shook. He shook the couch a bit.
That's a lie.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well, it's because I'm shaking my leg anyway. See? That's what I've been doing this whole
Okay,
time.
you can pretend all you want. A bad experience? Like what? Did you do something? Sitting up a little straighter, I tried to think back to all of the times we'd gone out to get snacks or drink, and whatever I'd get coffee, Orlando would get tea or something else. Oh yeah, you never did get coffee with me. What was the reason for that? I just swore off coffee one day after something happened. That's all. Tea's better for you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You've been spending too much time with Haas. Coffee's fine. I gestured at Roswell, while looking at Orlando, clinging to the validation.
There you go.
I got there.
You got there. You took the slightly curvy back road to get there.
You got there for
Yeah. It was a shortcut.
See?
It was a shortcut across a field. There you go.
It's fine. Maybe not how Roswell takes it, but sure, coffee's fine. Hey! I'll have you know that I'm perfectly functional in the morning without coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you so perky in the morning? I just try and sleep well. That and take the chance to relax at times, you know. Relax? But how?
Roswell, child.
Look, he is
head empty. He is head empty, honey child. Oh my god.
Orlando and I look at each other before turning back to Roswell, unsure of how best to reply. What? Isn't that a little personal? He's a guy, and I don't know how it works for dragons. It could be magical for all I know.
Oh my god.
I sat back and enjoyed the coffee while Roswell grilled Orlando for clarification. Not that it lasted all that long, as everyone started to file in for breakfast. Much like the night before, Ty took his seat on the far end of the table, away from everyone else. I shot him a curious look, but he was out of it. Excuse me, still waking up, it seemed. Once everyone was seated, I turned to Roswell. So, why do you have your noted book, Roswell?
His noted book.
Noted book. You don't remember? We're sorting teams out for the scavenger hunt today. Oh, right! But how are we going to fix the whole uneven teams problem? Honestly, I didn't think of a solution that ensures us to only have pairs, so we're probably stuck on that front. Just have Benson partner up with whoever.
Yeah. But I mean, we're doing it for Benson, so I mean, I don't really know how.
I mean, Benson's already also looking for the medals, probably, so...
Well, he's already proven that he can't find them. So I feel like he would be dead weight to have on a team.
No.
He already knows that
It's
he
fine.
can't.
Out of the corner of my eye, I caught Ty scoffing, but he didn't say anything against joining in.
Well, hey, I don't mind the idea of pairs.
I looked at Dean, sinking in my chair a little when I caught his expression, almost as if preempting where Dean's mind was going. Sal whapped him upside the head. I love the dynamic between
It's
these
very
two.
good. I do like it.
I also like this Dean face. Dean's cute.
He's pretty cute.
Whether or not Ty wanted a closer seat to seeing Dean getting hit, or if he was feeling lonely, I don't know. He made his way down the table to sit next to me in the free seat. Pairs seem fine, but how are we picking? Pull names out of a hat? Is it fine to do it? For it to be random? That's fine. I didn't get lost for a second.
No, it's okay.
I tried to be subtle when gesturing with my head at Tyson, but...
Boy, who the fuck says I want to play this stupid thing anyway? Or if I want to partner with any of you to begin with.
I also like this Hoss face.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
With Tyson picking a fight on the other side of me, while Roswell audibly ground his teeth together on my other side, I rubbed my face, hoping we could move on before another fight broke out. So we have no idea how to get this going. Roswell? Orlando? Anyone? Well, why don't we just pick someone and we can go from there? Maybe if teams start forming, then I don't know. He shrugged, looking to me expectantly. Would it be alright if I just chose? And even then, who do I pick? I look around the table and wondered who the best choice would be. I had a feeling that whoever I picked could shape the rest of my vacation.
Oh, foreboding.
Well?
Sal, right?
But look at this happy face.
Took like negative
Look
0.2 seconds.
Look at this happy face. Whoops. Okay. My hand rolled on the mouse thing. Picking Tyson seemed to make the most sense. If he wanted to play, at least that way no one else would be stuck with him and run the risk of another fight. But I liked Tyson. He wasn't perfect, but we spent a lot of time together in bed, as it was. So there was some level of familiarity there that made picking him as a partner make sense. We do know that they do sleep together sometimes.
Sharing the bed.
They just share a bed sometimes.
There's only one bed. It's a good trope.
It's fine. Not that it was really a chance to learn anything new, but I wasn't going to say no if it happened.
Choose Tyson?
I looked to my right, unsure of it if what I was about to suggest would ruin Roswell's plans for this thing. Still, he was, to some extent, my responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yes. They like cuddling, right? They just sit there, they cuddle. Ty, I'll pick Tyson. He looked me over, and I started to chuckle. The rest of the table going silent after I'd announced my choice.
Me? Really?
Is that bad?
This is fucking stupid, but don't know if you want me to play. I guess I'll give it a shot.
I looked to the others, unsure of how this was going to mess with the overall plans of things. Well, okay. This could still work. I can salvage this.
So,
My plans to fuck Dave can still go through.
everyone else in a team, the other 5, and then it's just the 2 of us on the other team.
Sure.
That'll work. That's how you fix the problem.
Right. Can still play the role of overseer of the game, so the teams can stay even.
Ah, so you remove himself. He's going to become the game master, if you will.
Yeah.
I see.
The mastermind, if you will.
The mastermind.
Roswell seemed to be taking this better than I expected. A part of me worried that I was going to get chewed out at some point, but for the time being, it seemed as though I was safe.
Oh, so Dave wants to get eaten out, I see.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's the bottom in the relationship.
Reasonable.
The only reason why he tops in some of the routes is because that's how bottom the partner is sometimes.
Wow. So like, you got bottom, but then Dave is the baseline bottom, but then some people are like bedrock.
Yeah, like Orlando and Roswell. It is what it is.
I could see.
And maybe Sal.
I feel like, well, I don't know if he'd be like bottom though. He might be like a power bottom. He's big.
He big. Very
big.
I mean, you top him. You sleep on top of him if you do his route.
Right.
Every night, you just sleep on top of him.
He's a bed.
He is.
He's not a bottom. He's a bed.
He's a whole ass bed.
There's a difference.
After all, someone's gotta keep a tally on who finds what, so we can declare a winner. I guess that works. I'll partner up with Dean. Figure that's a good enough way to divide the rest of the group.
I don't quite get it, but sure. I suppose that all works out.
I'm fine with this if it makes it easier.
Scales versus fur. Alright.
I wondered for a moment if Sal had discounted the team of myself and Tyson, or if he was assuming that it was four of us pitted against him and Orlando. I mean, that is kind of true,
A little,
though.
just a bit.
Like,
just a little.
I sat back in my chair before looking at Roswell. Okay, so what how? Benson gave me a clue.
Hold on. If Benson knows where these things are already, why are we going to go look for them?
Maybe he only knows this one. After all, it doesn't make much sense to offer a reward for just running an errand after all. Then there's the whole idea that this is supposed to last a month. It can't have us finding everything in a day or two, right?
Guess not. But how far are these things supposed to be? Don't tell me we might end up having to search the forest, too. You're a bear. You should love the forest.
He does like the outdoors.
Yeah, look at that flannel. He's definitely outdoorsy.
Yeah, he likes fishing.
Yeah, okay, I like Dean. He's great. I'll go fishing with you, Dean. On a boat.
What, you want... I guess that's... boats are cool, I guess.
Yeah, I like boats. Boats are cool. Lakes are cool. Lakes are fine. There can only be things that are so big in lakes, you know what I mean?
You say that.
I mean, only so big. But I guess it depends. Like, if I go to, like, a loch or something.
Yeah.
Like Loch Ness.
Yeah.
There's kind of...
There are things down there.
There's things in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's the clue we have to work with anyway? Oh, right. Probably in the hedge maze.
Oh my god, we have to go in a maze.
Yeah.
That's not much of a clue.
Agreed. It's just sorta... Tell us where to look. It would have been more appropriate to say something like, hidden deep in the labyrinth of green, there you'll find a golden sheen.
Okay.
Look, he role plays. He's a theater kid.
Yeah, true. My mistake.
You know how theater kids are.
Yeah, I do.
So who has the worst reputation? Theater kids or band kids?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Most of the reputation for both is that they're just all obscenely horny.
Yeah.
But
theater
also,
kids
theater kids are more obnoxious.
I feel like the stereotype for theater kids is also they're horribly dysfunctional.
That too.
And that's not a stereotype I see with band kids.
Not typically. Like theater kids, it's like after the show, they're all gonna go to a restaurant and fucking try to sing La Vie Boheme from Rent in the middle of this restaurant.
Oh,
And that's the kind of shit that is liable to make someone get shot. Okay? Theater kids are worse. That is the defining thing. Band kids, sure, they might be a little loud and obnoxious and like weird in a restaurant if they all go out together after a show.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna like just try to do La Vie Boheme in the middle of this fucking restaurant. Oh my god. I would get up and like crack chairs over
You
these
wouldn't join
children's
in?
house. No. I wouldn't.
Are you not a rent head?
I went through my rent phase like 10 years ago. No thanks. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Some
out
of the
here.
music's still catchy.
No, sure. Like, I mean, like La Vie Boheme still a fun song. Just fine, but like,
I can't ever sit down and like watch all of Rent though.
no, it's I don't dislike it. It definitely doesn't do what it does what it did for me back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just other musicals I like more. So
That's reasonable. That's
fine.
reasonable. I think it depends on the school. That's a little
for
bit
sure,
true. That's a
for
little
sure,
bit true.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We don't know if they're gold, do we? Dunno. Would have just made a better clue to just go check the hedge mage. This is just a clue that was given to me. Why do you want me to do about it? Well, you could have made a riddle off of it.
Ask the hedge mage.
These are hard.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to.
Everyone just knows I slur my words really, really badly. And I can't.
It's fine.
Nothing at all. No point worrying about it, I guess. Exactly. Now let's head outside. We filed outside, wandering over to the maze, mostly riding high on the curiosity.
Mhm.
I had to admit it was nice doing everything as a group. These were my friends. These were the people that made me happy, and I get to watch all of them die one by one. Even Tyson, who had seemed reluctant to really interact with someone else, was lingering close to the group. That said, he was my partner, and he's your partner, all right. In this, so maybe that's why. Yeah.
I've never heard of Be More Chill, Twig. That sounds very interesting. I'm gonna have to
Be More Chill. What?
take a look.
Rent kind of boring. When I was in high school, I was obsessed with Be More Chill.
I've never
okay.
heard of Be More Chill. Is it on Spotify?
Splitting off into our pairs, we took one last look at the hedge maze. Roswell seemed to plant himself by the entrance, taking a look inside before looking expectant at the rest of the group. Okay, this should be fine. It's just a maze, right? Oh, excuse me. I was revving up myself up a little friendly competition, and never hurt anyone after all. And clamping myself on my shoulder, right, Tyson clamped me on his shoulder while I was hyping myself up, bringing me back to Earth.
You done being a dork yet?
No. Yeah. Hey, I'm just having fun with it. Would it kill you to smile, maybe?
Oh, I've got plenty to smile about, pup. You know, with you on my team and all.
I tilted my head in confusion, and not quite sure what Tyson was getting at before I noticed him glancing at Roswell. The boar was seemingly weighed up his options before heading in by himself. Here I was about to ask if he wanted to join us, but, well, turned out I was too late to send that offer. When I looked back to Tyson, he was looking past me towards the entrance of the maze.
So, mazes, right?
Mazes, yeah.
Fuck 'em.
That's kind of hard.
I say we cheat.
Cheat? Isn't that, cheating? And that's bad.
Only matters if we find the thing. If we don't get caught, no one's gonna know we cheated.
This wasn't the first time Tyson had suggested something of the sort, but up until this point, he had always made it clear that I wasn't to get involved, and it just leave it to him. Apparently, something about my laugh just makes it harder, but I think he really just wants to keep me out of trouble. Okay, but they're going to see us when we get to the middle, right? Like, they'll see us climbing through the hole.
What hole? How did you think we were gonna be cheating?
I don't know, maybe going through the wall or digging under them? I shrugged, giving Tyson a sheepish smile as I groaned.
Hell no to the digging. but slipping through the walls isn't a bad idea. Points for trying, pup. They're not hedges, though. Just walls with stuff in front of them. Checked it last night after dinner. Doesn't matter anyway. I already know what we're looking for. It's not even in the middle of the maze.
I did a double take, frowning. Wait, you already found where the metal is? Why didn't you say anything, or even grab it when you were here?
Not sure it's the one the clue was talking about, but I found something like it.
Well, that's one question answered anyway.
What's the other?
Why you were out here after dinner? Like, I assumed you'd be doing the thing, you know, in the gym.
Hey, I can do what I want when I want. But fine. I was out here I was out here thinking about stuff. Needed the fresh air for a change.
I held Tyson's gaze, expecting him to elaborate, but he left the explanation there.
Come on, pup. Let me show you this thing I found. Trust me, this nose can lead us there no problem.
Tyson wandered off towards the maze, expecting me to follow close behind him, until he slowed down upon realizing I wasn't immediately next to him. He led the way, slightly ahead and sticking to my left-hand side. It was what he used to do in school. Apparently it was easier with him leading so he could shove people out of the way, given all I had to do was follow his wake. On the way home, it was different though, where I'd lead and he'd stick behind me until we got to mine. Then he'd double back to his place a few doors down. Ty?
What?
You sure you know where you're going?
Yeah, why?
No reason, just checking. Almost as if helping my point. Dean wailed for some help finding his way, rang clear over the walls of the maze. Haas's voice echoed soon after, telling him to just keep going and stay calm.
When have I ever led you astray, pup?
I stared hard into the back of Ty's skull until he turned back to look at me, quirking a brow upon noticing my expression.
Really? Think back.
As Ty returned my stare, I started to think back, seeing it as a challenge. I was expecting to think of something immediately, but Ty's grin was throwing me off. He knew I was finding it difficult and was now just waiting for me to admit I was wrong.
What's wrong, pup? Don't want to admit I'm right?
No, that's not. Just give me another minute. I continued to think, but was drawing a blank. He was right. Everything that I thought of turned out to be him shouldering the burden of any wrongdoing in case things went off. The few times that I'd asked his opinion on something, he'd flat out said that he didn't know or that it didn't matter. All in all, Ty was reliable. A jerk, but reliable. Okay, you win.
See? Was that so hard?
I whined, defeated, slinking forward a couple more paces, expecting Ty to already be moving. Instead, with my head hung, I bumped into his front. As I recoiled from bumping into him, going to move away and following up with an apology, Ty held me carefully in place with a hand on the back of my head.
Oh. Look, you trust me, yeah? I'm not going to get us lost. Here, if it'll make you feel better, just hold on to my top or something so you don't get separated.
That was when Ty pulled away, expecting me to decide for myself what I wanted to do.
Oh my god.
With the tail swishing back and forth, it seemed the most reasonable thing to grab onto. No sooner than I had touched it, Ty spun around glaring at me.
The fuck do you think you're doing?
You said to grab something.
Not my tail.
Okay, sorry.
You better be. No touching that unless I say so, alright?
Is everything alright? I don't remember this coming up before.
I'll explain later. Just here.
Ty grabbed my hand and started leading me forward, grumbling.
Come on, pup.
And we continued wandering with sounds of Dean's wailing filling the silence. I kept stealing glances at Ty, who had his eyes trained forward, and seemingly walking a memorized path rather than sniffing his way forward. Eventually, Ty led me to a spot, pulling his hand free.
Alright, let me just see if it's still here.
Sure, okay. Ty got down onto his knees and his hands and knees, digging around in the soil near one of the walls. Ty?
What?
What are you doing? Like, I thought we weren't digging.
I just stashed something here, that's all.
So out of the way?
Yeah.
If this is one of those metals, you were just going to leave it out here?
Yep.
That's sort of a dick move, Ty.
Why? I didn't know what it was when I found it. Didn't look all that valuable. Besides, I would have let you know, pup.
Okay, but you could have just stashed it in your room. Now you're on the ground sniffing like... Ty turned to me, glaring me down again.
Say it and you'll regret it. May like you, but don't get off calling me you don't get off calling me a dog either, pup.
He went back to rummaging, grumbling as he did so. I sheepishly stood in place, thinking back to the rest of the last time I'd accidentally called him a dog. Not long after, Ty pulled what appeared to be a half a metal disc. Yes, it's half of something.
Look enough like one of those medals?
I guess, but why is it only half? Does this count as what we were meant to be looking for? Ty handed it over, and I ran my fingers over the rusted surface, but it was hard to tell if it was rust, dirt, or just something else. It was hard to make out any sort of designs on the surface, maybe a line at best. Yeah, at best, but it wasn't enough to identify it as a zodiac sign.
If it doesn't turn out to be one of those medals, I'll just talk it for cash when we get back.
Isn't it just a piece of metal?
Metal can be worth a bit. Need to know what's worth what if you're going to trade it into a scrapyard or pawn shop. Jesus Christ.
Do I want to know what you've been up to?
Probably not. Either way, take it with you just in case. If it turns out not to be what you're after, you can always just give it back.
Well, I held the piece of metal out for Tyson to take back. Maybe you should hold on to it. I'll probably just lose it.
True.
Tyson shrugged and shoved the piece of metal into his pants. He had pockets, but he opted not to use them, almost as if they were full already.
So what now?
I guess we could keep searching the maze. Seems like Dean is still lost at least, so we wouldn't be the last ones to reach the middle. Ty seemed to think about it for a bit before shaking his head.
Nah, you can keep searching, but I have something I want to do instead.
Doggo stole stuff. He really did.
He a stealer. He a fucking stealer.
I mean, he said he was going to steal a console later. So.
True. I want to steal.
Yeah. Like what?
Wouldn't you like to know?
A little.
Maybe I'll just hit up the gym.
I gave Ty a look, earning me a shrug back. A shruggu.
Go play with your friends. I'll be around later. I'll bring you back to the start, though, so you don't end up like the bear.
Oh. Ty took the initiative and took my hand in his, leading me through the maze once more.
Ooh.
He wandered in silence, my grip on Ty's hands tightening slightly. Ty gave my hand a squeeze back, stopping shy of, presumably, one of the final turns in the maze.
You gonna be good?
Yeah, why? Ty searched my face for an answer, and seemingly found it, turning back to face the way we were going.
He wanted you to say, please, oh baby, don't go. Just making sure.
Are you gonna be good?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, sure. Before we exited the maze, Ty violently pulled his hand free of mine, head darting around the place. I sighed, finding myself having enjoyed holding Ty's hand more than I should have.
Are you gonna weave all of the lyrics of Simple and Clean into your VN, Josh?
No.
Please.
No.
You have to.
No.
Not all sequentially. You just have to, at some point through the
No.
story. Well, catch you later, pup.
Wait, Ty, before you go,
What?
thanks.
No prob. See ya. Oh, look at that. He likes being called a good boy.
Yeah, he does.
Give him a little head pat, a little scratch behind the ear.
I watched as he headed back to the back of the mansion, right up until he disappeared back inside. He didn't look back once. As I was standing there, I buried my hands into the pockets of my hoodie with a sigh. Oh, Dave! Hey, did you get lost? Oh, no, just taking a break, I guess. Oh, me too. Turns out navigating the maze was a little bit much. Difficult than I'd expect. That's not really a way of navigating it in there, is there? No, you choose a wall.
And you walk
and you
along
scale that wall. I say scale, but like walk across it.
Yeah.
And you just like whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And if the maze is all one line,
Mm-hmm.
like the walls are one line, then
Okay.
you'll get to the other side at some point.
Eventually.
But if they're like unconnected pieces scattered about,
Yeah.
then you'll have to like start bouncing between walls.
Mhm.
But you should be able to figure out pretty quick,
Mhm.
you know.
I'm pretty good at doing mazes. My sense of direction is pretty good.
Isn't that what you do in Hosses and ended up in looping back? Yes, it's because the maze pieces here isn't one line, it's pieces.
Pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
See, because Hoss has that idea, and I was like, oh, Hoss and I, we think the same. That's odd.
We're on the same wavelength.
Right? And he mentions that, like, oh, this is a piece in the center of the maze that I'm scaling.
Yeah.
So, but you just jump to a different wall and then
Mm.
scale that one. So there's not really any way of navigating it. Not really, no. It's a lot bigger than I gave it credit for. Dean's wail echoed again, punctuating Roswell's point. I love Dean. He's a good boy.
He's pretty good.
It didn't take long before we'd all assembled back in front of the maze, with Orlando needing to go back to retrieve Dean. We headed back towards the mansion, a mixed bag of how everyone felt that went. Shame the bout of fun is over. Sorry, but you can't best me at mazes. As if to prove the point further, Orlando flashed the medallion he'd gotten from the middle of the maze. The exact route he took to get there, he didn't quite know, but the important thing was that the medal was found.
Good job.
If it's games, trust me, I'm the best position to take first place.
He definitely plays.
I'm gaming!
He definitely plays a heavy character with the Wiggler and the Azure Rollers in Mario Kart 8. For those of you who don't know, including you, I'm assuming, that's the meta build for Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
You play a heavy class character with the Wiggler bike and the Azure Rollers, and any glider, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's the meta build for Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
It's the optimum set of equipment to win.
I see. That was a little harder than I gave it credit for, but at least it was something different. No kidding. But hey, 11 more medals to find, right? I have no idea how many medals I found in my playthrough.
Did you not pay attention?
I was not counting. I didn't think the medals would actually matter.
Oh. For all you know, you could have found them all.
Maybe. We'll get there. I look back to the mansion, wondering what Ty was up to stealing, or even what he'd found was another of the medals.
Arson?
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
I figured I may as well keep that to myself for now, until I was sure. Dean patted me on the shoulder, groaning to himself.
Remind me not to go wandering in there again. Thought I'd be stuck in there forever.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
If I'm going back in, I'm bringing climbing gear to scale those walls just in case.
Well, I don't think there's another medal in there, so there shouldn't be any need to go in there unless you really wanted to.
Just burn it. Mazes. Alright, cool. Good.
Mazes are fun.
I don't know if they're fun.
They're fun.
They're something.
It teaches you right away if people can navigate on the fly.
True. So what now?
Well, I was thinking I might go experiment in the kitchen for a bit.
Then I'll swim. His little smile's real cute.
Isn't it?
I'm gonna go sort out some gardening stuff then.
So, we're all going our separate ways for now. I guess I could go read until it's time for dinner, I suppose. What are you planning on doing, Dave? Me? I don't know. Might go play games or something?
Nice.
Want some company?
No.
Sure, I'll go ask Tyson.
Yeah.
I was thinking about heading into the woods to look for mushrooms, but I want to take a break first anyway.
Sure or nah?
Why not?
Oh my god.
I really don't have a reason. But something about seeing Roswell awkwardly standing there, not expecting me to say no, was amusing. But... Just messing with you, come on. Oh, you had me going there for a moment. Race you. Roswell dashed ahead, almost tripping on the step leading up to the back door. Jeez, be careful. We didn't get far, though, with Roswell eyeing off the stairs leading down to the basement. What's up? Telltale Games, your choices matter.
Your choices matter.
I mean, the dialogue was different, at least.
Roswell will remember this. Man, could you imagine this game with that sort of mechanic?
Oh my god.
Where it matters what all of your interactions do, no matter which route you take.
Oh my god, yeah, that's annoying.
You piss everyone off, they're all just going to be against you. They all remember this.
Everyone loves Dave's cock in this game, so
He must have some pretty good heat.
Right?
Must be packing some schlong.
Nothing really. Just curious. About? Just the room downstairs. What? Imagine if, because you said no to Roswell, Dean died at the end. Ooh.
See, that's the tricky thing, is hiding the super important trigger for the game in some mundane, asinine dialogue choice that doesn't matter. That's the big brain play.
I mean, it took me a while to figure out Orlando's tree.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's a day in Orlando's route that you have to like do the right dialogue choices to continue.
Mm.
But I don't know. That was like the only one I had troubles with that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
What the password could be and such. Any guesses? Not really. I've been thinking on it more and more. Also a notepad upstairs where I've brainstormed some ideas. What happened to waiting for the password off Benson? Well, can't blame me for trying. I'm sure the thought has crossed your mind too.
I put a password in already and it worked.
Right?
I just didn't open the door.
Maybe. Well, before we settle in for the games, how about we try cracking that password? Do we have to? Yes. It's like our duty. Besides, this is just like a game, right? Games are meant to be beaten. You got me there. You head down. I'll just head up to my room real quick and grab that notebook. Don't want me to wait up for you? Honestly, I was hoping you could scope out the place out and make sure Tyson wasn't around. And just in case, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, no worries. See you in a bit. I recognized the smell as soon as I went down. It was Tyson, that particular smell that accompanied him whenever he did a workout and didn't shower after. Based on the fact I didn't hear him grunting or the sound of the gym equipment moving, I figured it was I was down here by myself. Alright, let's see. The room remained, for the most part, unchanged. The device next to the door was still awaiting some form of entry, although I had no idea what it was looking for. Come on, can't hurt to try while I wait, right? Not that I had to justify it to anyone else. I wandered over to the keypad.
Input password.
Oh, what was the one for this day?
Do you recall it?
Okay. There was a moment's pause before the LED panel flashed visibly. Suddenly, thoughts filled my head.
What did you... Huh? What the hell was that?
What? I wasn't sure what I was seeing. Was this a hallucination?
Oh,
Roswell died? Good.
he's like dead as fuck.
The mental image of his face, of him face down in the middle of... He's face down in defense mode.
Face down in defense mode, and I will end my turn.
He set one card. In the middle of what seemed to be the museum sent a chill down my spine. It looked like he'd been hit on the head by a book, but why? When? Was the museum that dangerous?
That looked like he got blasted in the fucking brain by a gun, not from a book.
Book fell?
And gush, no way. No way, no how.
Well, he's a small boy.
He's still a pigu.
He's a small
Got them
boy.
thick skulls.
Well, remember, he said earlier that in the museum, there's the heavy encyclopedias that could really hurt you
yeah,
if they fell.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That was real sussy. Very scary.
Was it sussy?
Well, just a bit. Just a wee bit sus.
I don't know. It couldn't possibly be what the future held, right? The bolt came back into view, and it seemed at some point I'd passed out and ended up on the floor. How long was I out for?
Oops.
See, he's asleep again.
Mhm.
You nappy boy.
Yep. Important.
Groggy, but otherwise none the worse for wear. What was left, though, was that I held the gut feeling that the museum was dangerous. I figured that if trying to find out a password was going to involve premonitions of death, I'd hold off until Roswell showed up. Funnily, it didn't take long for Roswell to arrive, holding his notebook. Okay, let's see if anything I have works. Think you might have something? Maybe.
Because it said discovery, which he underlined with his bloody finger.
Yeah.
And it was in a notebook. Let's take a look.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, right? Oh, there, CG.
Oh, cute.
Look at Dave's face.
Oh, God, I'm stuck.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I had to get up.
Yeah.
I'm getting sleepy.
You gonna get up, get a great cup of coffee?
No. No.
Why not?
I just don't want a cup of coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, God.
Are you not a bean juice friend like Dave?
I would call myself that, yes.
Okay. I want password merch. That's just the orange hoodie. Yo, same. Actually, no. The what I want is the T-shirt that Dave wears on occasion. The one with the little paw pads on lining the base of it. That shirt's so cute. But it's only in like a couple CGs. But that one is, you know.
He wears some cute little shirties.
Yeah. Okay. So we went the rest of the afternoon going through Roswell's notebook trying passwords. We're getting a Dave plush at some point. Oh my god, I'm gonna sleep with him every night. I'm gonna bring him to card game tournaments. I'm going to use him as my good luck charm.
You're gonna have to, like, refresh the page the day of and, like, place your order immediately.
I would just love the little lad. Like they released a plush for Samuel, and I like thought about buying it, and I'm like, you know, he's just not The Echo. He's definitely not the smoke room character I would buy a plushie of.
That'd be,
Like, that wasn't an immediate reaction.
That'd be old Nick.
That would be Nick or Todd.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if they'd released anything new recently.
Yeah, just kind of just Samuel plushie.
Just because I haven't seen, because you haven't shown me the site, and I don't peruse Paw Print Press.
Why not?
In my recreational time? I just haven't.
You don't wanna see what the furry community is gonna put out.
I just haven't
For
looked.
hot merch. I don't know. Still alive, I see. Look, it's fine.
You didn't stick around long enough, Cube. Josh was being a jerk.
What? When?
You tricked Q.
Oh. Did I?
Yeah, you were like, okay, goodbye everyone, stream over. And then we're silent. And Q was like, okay, bye. And left.
Is that what happened?
You tricked him.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true.
I think you bamboozled him.
I wouldn't bamboozle someone.
Mm-hmm.
He only flicked through it briefly before starting his attempts. The notebook sat down on the floor between his feet. I figured... Oh, you're just gonna punch the microphone, Ash?
Yeah, he's gonna give it a little bumpy with his head.
Okay. Bump it again? Yeah, bop it. Bop it.
Twist it. Pull it.
I figured it was best to keep the password that worked a secret for now. I'm going to sleep in like 10 minutes anyway, so whatever. Okay, it's fine. It's fine! After all, I wasn't sure if it had worked. Even if it did, what could I tell Roswell? I sat back as Roswell tried each one, taking a break between each one to tell me where he got the idea from.
Like we care.
He's, you know, Roswell's a lad. With how fast Roswell was in putting in the passwords, though, it didn't take long to turn back. Yeah, to turn back disappointed. Well, that sucks. Were you seriously attempting to just happen upon this password? Well, no, but it would have been nice. What about the game? Well, sure, but still. Sure. I'm out of ideas anyway. So I suppose, we just weren't meant to open it. Doesn't look like it. The comment hung in the air before Roswell finally broke the silence. I think I'm going to go look for mushrooms in the forest. Yeah? Maybe I can find something good and, I can give it to Orlando to cook up. Not worried about getting lost? Not going to happen. My nose will take me right to them if they're about, and worst case scenario, I'll be able to smell dinner and come home. Really? Your nose is that good? For mushrooms, at least. I don't think I'll be able to really track anything. Well, good to know, I guess.
How fun.
Right? So what are you planning on doing then? Want to come with? Nah, I might just see what the others are up to. And just make sure to tell Orlando to keep a window open so I can smell my way home. I can smell you. Sure, sounds easy enough. We left the basement and returned to the foyer.
Or the foyer.
Foyer. Foyer?
Foyer.
Foyer.
Saying foyer is the fancy way of saying foyer.
Oh.
Let's see how pronunciation tells us. What's it gonna say? Is it gonna say foyer?
Roswell waved goodbye and left out the back while I returned to my room. How's it be?
Let's see.
How's it be?
Foyer.
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 Yeah, not foyer.
There we go. Wait, make sure to remember that Dave and not immediately go take a 3-hour. Foyer.
Foyer.
I don't. The words are hard, guys. After spending the rest of the afternoon in my room, I figured I'd go see how dinner was shaping up. Oh, afternoon, Dave. Oh, Haas, afternoon. Busy day. Nah, I just took it easy after the maze. I mean, I could have probably made more with my afternoon, but I was tired. Like every day. I'm a sleepy boy.
He really is.
Had a bit of a cat nap, did we?
A kitty
Something
cat-
like that.
A cat.
Did you come up with any lead towards our medallions? Not really. We could maybe check the museum or whatever to find something, but if it were that easy...
Sorry, I'm listening to something that was sent to me. Keep reading.
Okay. Okay. But if it were that easy, I don't think Benson would be able to find them. Drat. Well, I'm sure we'll hit another clue eventually. Haas and I wandered into the dining room, making small talk. Ooh.
Ooh.
Serious music.
Serious
music. But it seemed the pair of us entered the room at the wrong time. Sal was staring Dean down, but otherwise just grinding his teeth. Dean, meanwhile, looked as though he had been sprung doing something he shouldn't have. Tyson looked much the same, bored or fed up with something. At least he didn't seem to be the cause of whatever was going on this time. Orlando seemed flustered about something. The food was already on the table, so who knows what exactly had him acting like this. Do I want to know what's going on?
Dean can't keep it in his pants again.
No, well, sort of. But he didn't really try anything. Honest.
All I asked was a simple question. Not my fault you guys took it out of context. Context.
Sal took 2 steps closer to Dean, and Dean took 2 back.
Hey, calm down. Not my fault. I was curious. Who else was I going to ask?
I looked between Dean and Sal, not really sure where to look, or even where to begin piecing what had happened together. It seemed though Haas was in the same boat, both of us looking at one another at a loss.
Should probably say seemed as though. It's just one of those things. S and T. They're close to each other in the alphabet. Just not on the keyboard, but it's fine.
In the next moment.
Yep. You got there.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Dean was floored at a sudden punch to the nose from Sal.
Bro, what?
Dean went stiff on impact, fell back, and started groaning and clutching his nose.
Oh.
Well, that happened. I'm not going to do anything about it. Good show.
Jolly good.
Dean was still making a fuss on the floor nearby, holding his nose, and it was clear he was bleeding. I looked over to everyone around the table, a mix of shock and unease across those not directly involved. The Hassa walked over to Dean and helped him up, dropping him to the closest chair, conveniently far enough from where the others were sitting. What did he do?
He was being inappropriate.
Enough to floor him?
He was being that inappropriate.
I look over to Dean, groaning and holding his nose as he seemingly became aware he was no longer on the floor. Maybe just talk it out next time? You're lucky it's hard for Dean to hold a grudge. I don't know how many people you'd get away with just punching in the face, regardless of the reason. It seemed as though Sal resigned the point, but without him actually saying so, it was hard to know if he wasn't just brushing me off. With the excitement for the most part over, we sat down and began to eat. So, spaghetti? Yeah, I got carried away with my experimentations, that I lost track of time. A good thing Sal came and found me.
Carbohydrates. They're good after a decent swim.
Really? I thought it was protein you wanted.
Oh, that too. That's why I made meatballs too. Otherwise it would have been a really basic tomato-based sauce.
Orlando, I can't have tomato-based pastas.
No, white sauce is always better.
Well, I just can't. I don't have a choice. Neat.
So, I've been meaning to ask, but Didn't think it was all that appropriate given what was going down, but... Where's Roswell?
Dead as fuck. Dead as hell. Uh-oh.
Roswell? I ran out of the dining room into the backyard without really explaining what had happened. Haas and Orlando had hurried along behind me, and were now curious as to why I hadn't given Orlando a straight answer.
Wait, where are you going? What are you doing, Dave?
Roswell, can you hear me? This was my fault. My carelessness had wound Roswell up in the forest, along with whatever else called the forest its home.
What happened?
Roswell was, Orlando shook me gently while Haas tried to peel him away.
Hey, maybe give him some breathing space to explain. Although, if I'm guessing right, I don't think I'm going to like the explanation. Please, what happened, Dave?
I tugged lightly on my fur, peering into the dark beyond the edge of the trees, hoping to catch a glimpse of Roswell to make this whole thing blow over. Roswell said he was going to spend the afternoon gathering mushrooms, so... Haas and Orlando looked at one another, all three of us worried.
You haven't seen him since we got back inside, right? Nope. Please say you have. Negative. Alright, well, for starters, Dave, I think you better stop tugging at your fur before you start getting patchy. Beyond that, hold on. Let me check something.
He pulled out his phone, quickly tapping the screen before holding it up to his ear.
I was being silly, but I was right.
Look, Haas is, like, weirdly
rational.
Yeah. I really like that about him.
Okay.
It kind of makes him boring. Like, compared to the rest of the cast, it's like, oh, he has rational, like, reactions to things, and he does things rationally.
You're so put together and normal. That's
it
so
makes
boring.
him feel like he's not a theater kid.
Right. Well, I mean, theater kids, when they get to be adults, can typically, like...
He's, like, 18.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, he might be real... He's probably more insufferable than he ever has been, then.
This is just how it is. We waited, and Haas's expression shifted from focus back to worry whenever he was called didn't pick up. He tried again, getting much the same result.
Hopefully his phone is just dead, or he left it inside, but...
No, he's like 19 or 20. The same difference at that age.
They could mellow out at 20.
Yeah, he could mellow out at 20. No, then they're college theater kids. Isn't that their most avant-garde phase?
It really depends, I think. Depends on what kind of school you go to. What kind of program you become a part of.
I see. I whined, feeling terrible. Why? What do we do?
Nothing was lost.
I don't know. Should we get Dean?
He got punched. There he is.
Dean's already here. What's going on? Where's Roswell?
I pointed towards the forest, too ashamed to say it out loud.
Out there? Now?
He isn't answering his phone, and calling out didn't do anything, so...
Damn. Tracking him is probably going to be impossible with it being this dark. We'd only run the risk of getting lost ourselves or getting injured in the process. I hate to say it, but if Roswell is out there...
Dean scratched his head, and I shrank into my shoulders a little more. My stomach tightened with worry. But if searching for him now was a bad idea, our hands were tied.
If Roswell is lost...
LaSalle looked directly at me, holding eye contact with a serious tone.
You better hope he's all right come morning.
Dinner was tense, and we ate in silence. With Roswell missing, maybe it was just his absence, or if we were all collectively worried about if he was okay. It didn't take me long to get ready for bed, but my mind thought about Roswell stuck out in the forest. I looked at the window at the black sea of trees, hoping he was all right, and that he didn't hold it against me for forgetting. I must have been asleep soon after that, because I didn't remember really drifting drifting off, so much as just passing out. Huh? I was awake again, much earlier than I needed to be. I had been sleeping all right up until I'd been awake by something. Listening to the dark, I waited, wondering if what had awakened me would make itself known. Silence. Nothing but silence. Just waiting, just waiting was stopping me from sleeping, and I was looking around the room in hopes that it changed. When nothing happened, I got up, figuring maybe a glass of water would help. The house was dark still. The faint squeak of the door to my room opened was all I could hear, followed by the sound of the same door closing behind me gently. Something was off with just how quiet the place was, as if every room was potentially soundproof. Hello? Piercing the silence was the sound of footsteps, only a couple at first, before just hurrying along without a vocal reply. Who's there? I strained my eyes in the dark and saw a silhouette disappearing into the dark corner of the level where we were. Then, from out of nowhere.
You're up late.
Okay. Oh God, Ty! What the hell? I shoved him gently, sighing out.
What the hell yourself? What are you doing wandering around?
Something woke me up.
Something, huh?
Yeah, I thought I heard. I'm guessing you didn't hear anything?
Nope, just out for a wander.
Do you normally stay up this late?
Pretty much. Don't generally have company, but that's good for some alone time. Also a good time to work out or just take a walk.
Why do I get the impression that it's not just a walk?
Never hook up in public?
Wait, what?
Well, that or random bouts of vandalism. Tipping over trash cans and whatever.
Seriously?
Priorities change, pup. Haven't done one of them in a fair while.
One of them.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, hide the text box. Oh my god. Horny bitch. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
There you go. Which one?
Wouldn't you like to know? Well, I'm going back to bed. I don't know about you, but standing out here is getting old.
Yeah, probably for the best.
If it wasn't so late, I'd bring you back to my room. But I ain't setting up another bed for you to sleep in.
Such a gentleman.
Bitch, I'm plenty gentleman. Anyway, night.
Night, Tyson. I watched Tyson disappear into the dark. Maybe it was Benson moving about. Maybe someone was sleepwalking. After hearing Tyson enter his room, I went back to mine. There wasn't anyone else out here to talk to. Oh?
Hey,
Oh?
bees. Our Bebo Bean.
It's Artemis.
She's going somewhere.
Okay. But even then, I didn't sleep easy.
Oh my god, we did 2 days today.
Oh my god, we got there.
That shit's crazy.
Okay.
Roswell's still missing.
We don't care.
Oh my god.
That's fine.
Shit's popping off. It hasn't even been a fucking week, bro.
It's fine. Oh, there.
Oh, it's a different color.
Yeah, because we're on the Tyson route now.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, they all have different colors.
That's so cute.
And if we go to the title screen, now Tyson's there.
Oh, he's got his hook.
He's got a hook.
How cute. I like it.
You can't stop. I can. We have to stop here. Come on.
We have to stop.
It's getting late. Come
Yes.
on. We
Josh,
read
you
2 days.
Josh, you have big drive to go home.
Yeah, and we read for 2 days. Like, oh, pet wolf. Yeah, we always petting the wolf. Ooh.
It's cute. I like the portrait for Tyson.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it a lot.
It's very interesting. Like, seeing the difference between like the newer model like this one
Yeah, these because
and the front facing of the old model, you know.
yeah.
It's interesting. They look like pretty different characters, truthfully.
Yeah, you can still tell
You can
like
s-
who's
like,
who.
absolutely.
But you're like, oh wow, okay, these were
Mhm.
probably drawn like 4 years apart.
Yeah. It changes them a little bit, but in a good way.
Yeah.
You know,
I think the only one who looks like drastically different
it's Roswell.
is actually Haas.
Really?
Because Haas's mane changes.
Okay. No, I mean it's interesting.
So I'm like, oh. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Look at
Roswell just his face gets cleaned up and it comes a lot cuter.
it.
It's like, oh, okay.
he looks more.
I still don't like his shirt. Like I don't like his outfit.
Mm,
Like there's one outfit you see him in a CG where he has like a hoodie
mm.
and I'm like, that's cuter.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that's cuter.
Just not the standard pink and yellow.
Show him the Lego dragon. I can't do that because I don't have any of I don't have the other files on this computer.
Oh yeah. So you moved all your saves to the
Yeah,
to your desktop.
I moved them. I mean, I guess the stream audience won't be able to see it.
But they'll get a reaction.
They'll get your reaction, so we can not the Dojin folder. We don't want to open that. Password. Where? Game. Image. Oh, we don't want that. We want game UI. Okay. Yeah, there's. We'll open up this. I'll minimize this.
Maybe they will see it.
No, because it's capturing the
Oh, just the.
I'm capturing the window itself.
Oh, okay, not so much the. Right.
Yeah. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Here's the
Mhm.
Dave by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the Dean one.
That's cute. He's so big.
Look at him.
He's big and fluffy.
He's got a.
I know this guy. Look at him. He's got a gun. Got a nice little 6-shooter. Bruh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Here's Haas. So his mane no longer goes around his face.
I see. Interesting. Yeah, it's
and
very.
it now like combs forward.
Yeah, it's a pretty different hairstyle.
Yeah,
I
Haas
like
has
it,
changed
though.
a lot.
I think it's cute. He looks cute.
Yeah, I like his new design. We have Orlando. Orlando hasn't changed.
Not a whole lot,
His
yeah.
model's pretty much just the same.
Mm-hmm. There seem to be a little bit different, like his
Some
scaling.
proportions are
Yeah,
different.
scaling's
Yeah,
a
like
little
the
different.
new Roswell proportions are kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like his bigger tusks.
Yeah.
His
His
head
fur...
kind of feels like it fits a little bit better. I think in the front-facing portrait, because you can't really see a lot of the distinction of like the pig features. Like his nose is bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fur kind of like combs out, and
I think it works a little bit
way.
better. It's pretty cute. It's very glowing.
We got
Sal.
big Sal,
Mm-hmm.
big boy.
I like him. He looks more bluish than his.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine though.
Sal's got time.
Yeah.
And then of course the
boy.
the one that
The boy, if you will. The feller.
the Tyson one.
Mm-hmm. Those are fun.
Yeah. Well, that's like a glimpse of like the newer designs the characters have.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be ending the stream tonight. I hope you've all enjoyed, and we'll